I had overdosed on fentanyl on my son's birthday.
Oh.
You know, like it was like 5 a.m. and.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the #1 mental health and addiction podcast, the Hopeaholics. I am your girl, Natalie Eva Marie, and these are my boys.
I'm Chad.
Hi, I'm Shane.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow us on our socials and wherever you get your podcasts.
Got a new episode dropping every Monday and Thursday. Please come check it out.
This episode is brought to you by the Infinity Group. You guys, if you or a loved one is suffering, please call us today. The number is right here on the screen. We are here for you 24/7. Now, let's get into the episode.
Steven, welcome to the Hopeaholics podcast.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
We've been running for like a minute already. I guess I was
Not paying attention to anybody but himself.
taking too long,
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
right?
Yeah.
It's all good. Man, welcome. How's life?
No complaints, man. It's another day in paradise, sober paradise. It's beautiful out, beautiful summer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not in LA, we're in Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shouts to Orange County.
Yeah, thanks. We're way down. I mean, you're in the South OC, so it's even more, not LA, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you from originally?
Pasadena area.
Pasadena's nice.
I love Pasadena. Got it yadded.
Ooh.
Gotta represent it. I was born in Santa Monica though, and lived there the first 9 years of my life,
okay.
and then Pasadena,
And do you still live in Pasadena?
Covina area.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Covina. I got West Covina stories.
Do you?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they're gnarly.
gnarly.
Yeah. Like it's the self-proclaimed sobriety capital, I guess. Covina is the 502 Club.
Oh yeah. Good
So,
sobriety out there.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great. And then Pasadena, I've heard there's more rehabs and sober livings per square mile than anywhere in the world. Not sure if that's
Wow.
true, but that's
Yeah,
that's
I don't
what
know
heard.
if that's true or not.
At
but
one point, it was Newport Beach, but they
kicked everybody
kicked
out.
everybody out.
So we don't want these folks
These
up in
fools-
here.
Yeah,
They're tired of having these guys.
they don't want these fools up in here
Yeah.
anymore.
Brothers, sisters.
Yes, I have a 60-year-old sister, half sister, and a 32-year-old full-blooded brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
Did you see your sister a lot growing up or not really?
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
you
I
did?
Yeah, she was like a second mom. She's like a second mom to me.
Yeah.
So my mom had her when she was 15.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of grew up together. My dad raised her
Okay.
and had my brother and I.
Wow.
I'm the little wild middle child.
Okay. Do you got middle child syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah?
Bad. Yeah.
I got youngest child syndrome.
Oh man. God.
What
Yeah,
about
it's
you?
real. I mean,
Yours is even worse than mine because you have all brothers, but I actually have all sisters except for a brother. But
so
I was
you don't
treated-
have all sisters.
it ain't about me, man. It ain't
Exactly,
about me
it's not.
today. Because we could go into a long
Yeah.
story about all that. How long you got sober now? Right now?
I'm coming up on 3 months.
Nice.
That a boy.
So, yeah, I had 3 years at one point and went out, and then got another 9 months and then went out, and just like I was doing all the things though. I was sponsoring. I got ungrateful, and it's not that I had like an issue. It wasn't like a step one issue. It was like a resting on my laurels
Yep.
issue, and half measures.
Yep.
you
This
know.
episode is brought to you by Wolfpack Bags. This gear is meant for anybody gym, lifestyle, to anybody that's on the move. I mean, I like to say that us here and everybody that tunes in, we're not average. We're always a wolf. They have all the goods that you need, especially for anybody that is looking for a bag to carry their meal prep, a lunch pail, anything like that. They have you covered. So once again, go to wolfpack.com, use the code Hopeaholics, save 10%, and join the pack. Oh, we know.
Yes.
Hash.
We've been there.
Yep. I mean,
we
you
get it.
were singing my song right there for a minute.
Yeah.
You know.
How old were you when you got sober for the first time? Or how long have you been trying to get sober? From those first 3 years that you put together.
So I'm 38. I've been in and out of the program since I was 15. Like at first
wow.
it was for the parents and then the judge and whatnot. And then I never did the steps. Like I do meetings and then relapse and be like, see, like it doesn't work,
Yeah,
you know?
it doesn't work.
And then September 26th, 18, Music Hairs helped me out getting me into treatment. And I managed to put together 3 years because they had helped me for years prior when I was on felony probation.
Oh, wow.
Like paying, I was like self-pay but court ordered type of thing. And they helped me with that. So they were like, this is the last time we can help you. You have 28 days, like make use of it, So I got a sponsor right away and dove right into the steps and like managed, that's the only reason I was able to pull that amount of time was the step. It was the first time I did the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I had an experience with that. And that gave me like hope to come back in 2024. And then, just like stop doing the things, like the daily things like you have to do, like, I have like, I become ungrateful and like have, entitlement issues where I'm like, okay, like I have this much amount of time, like I should be here or
Sure.
like, and then, so, gratitude's very important because I'm a fentanyl addict, and like this last run, I overdosed 9 times this last run. So I'm grateful to be here,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, fentanyl's no joke, man. That's why we exist. Because I lost my son-in-law to fentanyl on 9/11 of 2022.
Condolences.
So we put together the Hopeaholics, man, just to be the voice to offer hope to the people that are still out there suffering.
Yeah.
Be the voice for the people that have lost their lives, Like all I've done since I got sober is work in treatment, and I've never seen, and this has been like the last 25 years of my life, but this last 5 years of my life, the amount of people that I've seen die from fentanyl is just, it's unreal. And that just from being out there on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to guess that because you've been using for a while, you weren't always a fentanyl addict. And I see right here on my notes, heroin and meth.
On your notes. Okay. They did some background work.
Yeah, we did some
on me.
background.
Yeah. This last run, I had like a little bit more money this time. So I was doing crack. I was like, dude, like, which I had done years before. I was like, why was I doing meth, dude? Like, crack's so much better, But yeah, the meth, yeah, dude. And I justified it like, oh, I have ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so meths, like, they give me Adderall anyway. Like, I can shoot speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally.
But yeah, it was heroin like my whole 20s, early 30s, and then fentanyl like 2015, 16 when like the black market Fetty was coming around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm grateful that it wasn't around when on my last run, because almost I went out on heroin because I wasn't really a heroin addict, but damn, fentanyl, I'd have been gone.
and then all of my relapses, it's a pattern. It's like there's a woman involved, aka my higher power, and then Kratom.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah. And that was like the first time years ago, and I like thought nothing of it, but like the third time it happened, so like back this most recent December 2024, it was like a woman in Kratom, and I'm like, oh, like it really clicked. I'm like, I can't do Kratom because I'm like driving Uber at the time, and I see like a purple like like sign like Kratom CBD, and I'm like, shit, I have anxiety, like sure, like and do it, and I'm as long as I don't do it for more than 3 days, like I won't get sick. I always do it longer than 3 days. And then day 4, I'm, getting Narcan back,
Wow.
Yeah. So it's really anything mind altering for me. I can't touch. And like, I can spin out with, I can destroy my life in sobriety too, with women, shopping, whatever it is, gambling, online gambling. Oh my God. I just I'm obsessive compulsive and I have addiction,
Does it run in your family?
Yes, it's hereditary for sure.
Yeah.
Alcoholism. My grandparents on both sides died of cirrhosis. And so it makes sense why I love opiates so much, because it affects the same part of the brain, And I don't like alcohol at all. I was never a drinker, but when I was incarcerated, I'd drink hand sanitizer. That's not really normal.
No.
Right.
Yeah. What was it like growing up in LA for you, man?
Man, it was great. Like my family's in the film industry, or was in the film industry. My dad was an editor and director, and so I grew up like everything looked great on the outside, like nice childhood, like nice houses, private schools, playing sports, like my dad would be like, do you want to go to school today, or like to Warner Brothers where I'm working, or whatever, so I grew up a lot of the time, on the studio lot. That was really cool. But it exposed me to a lot of stuff very young.
Yeah.
Mom was a touring jazz singer.
Oh, wow.
Earlier on than had me. So I grew up in a very like musical, like artsy family, and my first love really was skateboarding. Like I feel like if it wasn't for skateboarding, I probably would have, started gangbanging or something,
And was your brother like right there with you, or did he go a separate path?
He went a separate path. He went to Berkeley. I went to LA County Jail.
Nice.
Right.
And
right.
he's got his own demons, but I'm definitely like the black sheep of the family. The only one who's like, sorry, done like the meth and opiate route, But that was just normal for me. Like I don't know, it's like a private school kid. Like everyone did drugs,
It's so wild.
It's like. You don't like think that, right?
But it makes sense. Mommy and daddy are out there getting it, and so
mom and dad aren't home.
Right. And we got cash, and we can do some shit.
Yep,
and we ain't got time, and like no one's watching us, and let's go fuck shit.
And where
off.
do you think that the drug dealers are gonna roll to?
Yeah.
The private schools, they could sell more.
Totally.
They could charge more.
I got a scholarship for soccer to this prestigious boarding school in Ojai called Happy Valley, and that was my freshman year, and like it was like foreign exchange students and like kids from like Chicago and stuff. And on Friday nights they'd take us out to like downtown Santa Barbara on the bus, and like we had like a allowance from our parents,
Right.
And they'd be like, all right kids, like meet back at the bus at like 11 p.m. So I'm 15 years old, like wandering around State Street in
Wow.
downtown Santa Barbara, and we'd put our money together and like buy bud and like acid and shit. And I just completely fucked off that year. Got expelled, then went to South Pasadena High School, and like when I tell people I went there and they go to like Pasadena High School, they're like, "Oh, South Pass is nice," I'm like, "Yeah, but it's right by San Marino." So it's like all Asian kids. So like this was the early 2000s. We had the plug on ecstasy pills, right? And then we're right by Highland Park, which is like hella hood at that time, And so I had connections for crystal meth and coke, And by the time I was 16, I earned the moniker Crackhead Steve.
Oh my God.
And I was like, y'all are tripping. Like, you don't smoke rock, dude. Like, I ended up being their dealer later,
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I don't know. I have a theory, like, in Pasadena, everyone goes to house parties on the weekends. And like, I don't know if you've been to South Pasadena, but driving in that area late at night, like you're just going to get pulled over, you know? So like as we're coming back from the house parties, like we're more prone to get pulled over by the police, you know? So like all my friends and I were in trouble. So I got in trouble at school, and my folks put me in an adolescent IOP program at 15. That's the first time I got introduced to AA.
And were you just literally like, fuck this? Like
I hated it.
Yeah.
Jails, institutions, and
Sure.
death. And I'm like, man, whatever. And like they were right, you know? I did all those things. I ran into that counselor like 20 years later, and I was like, dude, like I hated your guts, but you're so right.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know? And a lot of them passed away. A lot of them kind of just snapped out of that. It was like a phase for them. And there's a few of us now that are, you know, still doing it. I mean, sober, you know.
Doing the deal.
And did you, for this last, like your actual, where you put together the 3 years, did you go into treatment?
Yeah.
So that was your last like 28 days that you were talking about earlier, that the music is your thing.
Yes.
Would you say music plays a huge component to everything that you do, from work to even your recovery?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And is it because of growing up in a just a kind of a music household?
Yeah, I'm sure that had everything to do with it, you know. My mom being in jazz, you know, I got very into hip hop music. But like my dad being an editor, you know, they put the scenes together, they put the music that fits. So when he'd finish up a film, he'd come home with like a bag of cassette tapes and CDs of like different genres and give them to me. So I grew up on everything from like Bob Marley to like Wu-Tang to like Neil Young to like Two Live Crew to like
Wow.
whatever, you know. So I'm very fortunate for that. And then music, just even my worst times in life, like, you know, music was always there, you know. Definitely didn't put the effort into it like Loaded that I do sober. Like you know, I've been performing and shit for over 20 years. But when I got sober in 2018, when COVID happened, is when I really dove into it and started doing videos and all that. Signed a distribution deal with the Orchard, Sony ATV. Started my own label under them, Angelino Records. That's like when I started getting traction, you know, and seeing some money from it. But it gave me hope. Like music is, art is God. It's like expression, you know, is God. So it's intertwined completely with everything, you know.
Who's like your most inspirational artist, or that you would always either seek or look for or look to listen to when you're like down and out? Or on the flip side of like, who's just this dude that you think is just like everything?
That's so hard. I mean, someone I always looked up to for songwriting is Bob Dylan.
Okay.
You know, like he was kind of doing rap before it was rap, you know, folk, like real hip hop's a folk music. Oh God, you should see my Spotify playlists. Like they're pretty dope. I should be a DJ too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna follow you on Spotify.
Hell yeah.
Because like music I love music. Music is everything. I feel like music sets a tone, it sets a mood, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Like if you want to be in your feels, you can play something and then just like have a nice cry, or feel depressed and down and just all in your woe's me. Or you can jack your shit up and just like turn up and bring the energy. I love music. I feel music is contagious.
It's medicine for sure. That's the only time I really can cry, is music and a good film.
Dude,
you know?
Same. So no. I mean,
what's wrong with me?
Well, I can cry on other like on certain things. Especially, I've cried a couple times on here that something will touch me. But I can cry like for sure. Like everything in my life will be going well or fine, and I have nothing to cry about. But if I have music and like some scene in a film or something like that, waterworks will come out.
Man, it just hits all the senses.
All of them.
You know.
I'm gonna sound really lame, but like the different things on ESPN. Sometimes they do these things that are like really like heartfelt,
Yeah.
and meaningful. Those ones get me, dude. And then I'm just sitting there watching like
what?
I'll tell you an example. I know exactly what you're talking about because they do it in Jerry Maguire. Remember when he showed me the money guy?
Yeah.
Right at the very, very end, he sits down for his like interview. After he got paid, right? And he's like, "Oh, come on, dog! Like, you make everybody cry on this thing." And he was talking shit to Tom Cruise before, at all these athletes that would cry. So then you get to. He ends up getting paid at the end of the film. He sits down. It's the interview time, and he already tells him like, "You're not gonna make me cry, dog." All this stuff, and then he hits him with the question, and of course, cries like a baby. It's like what 30
the 30 for 30s.
They do is that they bring out that emotion, whether it's from your childhood or your parents or where they're at today or what they've overcome, and it's such an emotional kind of build because life is a ride, life is a journey, and as humans we look at people, athletes, celebrities, musicians, and we sometimes put them on a pedestal because you don't get to see all the late night, the hours, and like and when people aren't watching. And same with sobriety, people get to see us sitting here on a podcast that we're showered and I have some makeup on my face and my hair is done, but I'm lucky enough that there wasn't a video crew or a posting going on social media of that not polished individual. You don't see those like kind of the differences. So when you have those 30 and 30, and they do such a good job.
They do a really good job, and they like pull on your heartstrings. And because sometimes like you put in all this work in life and in general, right? And then you get to a peak, and you get to take a moment and recognize that. And there's a lot of motion in that because it's like it ain't easy. Like life in general isn't easy, but going after your dreams, after your goals, is definitely not easy. And when something happens, I mean, it's got to be cool to you. Like, who can say they have a record label under the Orchard Sony ATV? Not a lot of people. I mean, that's pretty dope. I don't even know how you get that.
And that goes back to what I was saying too. Like, I get ungrateful, and then I have to, like, if I physically write a list of things, like I'll think like I'm the ugliest, like stupidest fucking idiot in the world. And then it's like, but I've actually accomplished, like, I would like to accomplish more. There's so many more things on the horizon for me, but like I've accomplished a lot of things like in my disease.
Like that's actually like crazy. Because you know what I accomplished in my disease? Fucking arrest after arrest after arrest. I want to ask you a silly question. What was it like going to LA County jail for the very first time as a young man, being a white boy?
Oh, dude. Well, you know what? The first time I went to county jail ever was in Seattle. It was in King County Jail. It was for criminal trespass and vandalism. And it's completely different than LA. Like the politics.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's like whatever. I'm like bunked up with a black dude, in Seattle.
Yeah.
Not in LA.
No.
And then in LA, I was a hyper kid. So like I learned the hard way. Like I got my ass beat.
Oh, you did.
For like acting out of line,
Yep.
I just naturally act out of line. And you gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today.
It's called chin check therapy, man. It's it's like some of the best therapy. If we could give the world chin check therapy, man, people be acting right.
But they're like, "Are you Mexican?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm white." And they're like, "All right, like you're a wood." I was like, "A wood? Oh, okay." I'm a wood. I think I'm Mexican by default. He was growing up in LA, He
was
like, I'm something. I'm a wood. Hell yeah.
So was that like a constant cycle of like in and out of jail?
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice little break too. I get
get healthy.
Yeah, you make all these plans.
Yeah, right.
For when you get out, you don't do any of them.
Not gonna go to the dealer's house. It's the first motherfucking. That's the dude who picks you up.
Yeah, I mean, I learned some things there. Like you could put salt in hand sanitizer and it liquefies it. You drink that. I learned that. I learned how to make salt water lighters that plug in the wall, like, you know, drying out banana peels and smoking them.
Fuck.
Bunch of useless knowledge.
Totally,
you
all the
know?
things that if you're listening, don't do them.
Yeah,
Not beneficial,
not at all.
right? It's wild.
What so you're about 90 days sober right now. What brought you to your knees this last time, man?
I really started to realize how much my actions affect others. Like, I just made amends to my mom and my son. I have a teenage son. He's 16. And they were just like so upset, like heartbroken that I went out again, you know? And I just, yeah, like car accidents, people I was involved with got busted. You know, people I was like buying it from or whatever. It was just so lonely this time, you know? I remember just staring at my phone, just praying someone would text me or call me. Like, no one wanted to talk to me, dude. Because I'm like they say in the big book, I'm a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde for sure. Like, completely different person, loaded. And I didn't want to go back to AA. Like, I was like, I'll wake up one day and like have it figured out, like how I can do this without having to do the 12-step shit, you know. But I've tried everything. Like, circumstances have like I always end up back in the rooms, you know, and it's a process that works for people like me. You know, I had gotten my phone and my wallet stolen like a week before I went into detox, so I was pissed about that, but it helped. That actually helped. With my bottom, I didn't really have access to money. Like, you know, was on Front Street with like all my connects I was getting shit from, so I couldn't like get fronted anything else. And just, you know, like I had overdosed on fentanyl on my son's birthday. You know, like it was like 5 a.m, and he didn't like find me, but he woke up to the paramedics there, you know. And like, I'm mad at like them for like Narcaning me, and now I'm dope sick, you know, like just so selfish. Like, and I'm great at like brushing off things, like minimizing like the damage I've done. Like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, you know. Like, I mean, that's traumatizing for a kid, you know. So it really started to like hit me hard, how much my behavior affects others.
And how did it affect your parents? You said that you made amends with your mom like a little bit prior to this last time. How are things with them?
I mean, I talk with her every day.
Yeah.
You know, things are good. She's in Al-Anon, so that's helped her. Yeah, sure. You know, it wasn't good for me.
Yeah, like, not at
all. But you know, so she has her own. I've never been to Al-Anon, but respect to Al-Anon. Like, she has her own like higher power and ways of dealing with me. You know, and you know, my uncle was pretty bad off. And my mom's dad, you know, my mom's earliest memories are hiding the bottle like from her dad, you know. So, you know, I kind of remind her a lot of her dad, you know. My dad just kind of shut off from it like years back and just won't talk to me unless I'm sober, type of thing. But, you know, just in this 3 months, you know, I'm already sponsoring people. I'm on step 10, doing 9th step amends as well. Like, I'm in the middle of that, but you know, I talk to everyone in my family.
It's so good.
Yeah.
We will be amazed before we are halfway through. They're talking about the 9th step.
The promises.
I read that. I read that every day. Yeah. It's good.
And surprisingly, like, thank God, like, good things start when I'm focused, when I shift my focus completely on recovery and I stay in the work, good things start happening for me pretty quickly, dude. You know, like, I've OD'd probably 50 times. That's not an exaggeration either. And the fact I can even form a sentence
100%.
is crazy. You know, the first like month, so the first like 2 weeks, you know, in detox, I was like kind of, you know, chopped up speech and like slurring and stuff. But like, thank God it hasn't damaged my brain like beyond, you know, repair.
Because that's such a possibility. Like, such a possibility.
Yeah.
For so many people that are listening. It's like, I can't remember, but we've come encounter with, there's people that will use and then literally overdose and then they're paralyzed. So they come back and cannot one time. And then they can't, when they come back, they're a vegetable. That ain't no way to live. It's like, I wouldn't even, I don't know. I don't even know what you would do even like as a parent, because I just read an article about somebody like that they're walking through that too. And then we had that one lady on the podcast, I think, that was sharing a similar story. But that's the nature of the beast, especially with fentanyl out there right now. And like you said, 50 times is bananas. So now at this stage of the game, you're just playing Russian roulette if you decide to not stay the course. And so do we. Like, we're in this for right this second, right now, what we're doing. Or else, if we don't, we too will rest on our laurels and go right back out.
I don't want to do that.
Fuck no.
No. And it's like it's helped me with there's definitely a higher power working in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think it's luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe with all that's happened to me, I have a higher purpose, and the universe just isn't done with me yet. And I firmly believe it's to help others, like, from this disease, because I'm the worst addict I know. You know, and I lost one of my good friends back in 2016, and then my best friend in 2022, and then my friend back in September. And those were 3 addicts that were like gnarlier than me. And like, I thought like we were immortal, you know, like, and they died. And there's just nothing. And I'm going to school to work in treatment as well. I don't know if I want to be a counselor, but somewhere in the field, you know, I want to eventually open my own treatment center. But like, there's nothing anyone can tell me that really I haven't gone through myself at this point. Like, no drug, like whatever individual drug it is, or trauma or whatever, like, I've experienced all of that, and I don't wake every day like hating my life.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the best.
yeah.
That's the best part.
I do want to say, man, you can do all of those things, and you're 110% right. All of us addicts, humans in general, but us addicts, we have one primary purpose, man, and that's to be maximum service to God and help others. You know, and we have to be maximum service to God first, because that's where we get our strength to be able to help others on a daily basis, man. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's the only thing you're supposed to be doing. Everything else that comes in your life is just, you know, is put in there to go that direction. And you can. 4 years ago, I wanted to open a treatment center. That treatment center's open and has been running for 23 years in October. Natalie, 2 years ago, for sure, but way longer before, 10 years ago, wanted to work in treatment, help people, didn't know exactly what that looked like. But 2 years ago, she came in here as a guest on this podcast. And she's been running a treatment center since February. Her own treatment center here in Laguna Beach.
Which is crazy.
As a matter of fact, she's wearing the shirt today. NEM Recovery Center. Shit's pretty dope. In the mirror, it looks like it says men, I noticed today when I was at the gym. It says men
Oh
recovery
yeah,
center.
it does, huh?
She runs an all male recovery center.
It's not.
Nice.
About to.
But so you can do all that, and that you're starting to live your purpose, man.
Yeah, you sharing right now. Like that's what it's about, and that's what is like going to continue to keep you sober too. Is spreading your story, because there's an individual out there right now that feels at one point in time the same way you did. I'm the worst addict. Nothing can help me. 12 steps, 12, because we all did it. We all sat. I remember being a little fucking bitch in a AA meeting, sitting in the back, judging everybody else when it's like, oh, really? Like, you don't even have a driver's license to get here. Be quiet. You know, like stuff like that. So it's, that's what you're doing. And that's like how more days are going to string together for you. But I want to know what you would tell somebody that is either listening right now or your younger version of yourself that feels hopeless, that has lost a friend and is in the fucking depths of darkness at this very moment.
Man, I don't know. I don't want to say anything I wouldn't want to say anything that sounds like cliche.
Sure.
Either, because if it was me and some, like, you know, like the jails, institutions, and that thing, I don't want to hear any of that shit.
Right.
Like, maybe I just want to talk and like vent on how I feel and like not have you say anything. You know?
I love that answer. I really do, because you're right. Because at that very moment, how do we know? You know? Like sometimes what people really need is an ear.
Because your whole life you've been told like what you need to do or like whatever, you know? Like I'm gonna do the opposite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, just, you know, you gotta listen openly and like, you know, with compassion and
for sure,
empathy,
and love.
You know, yeah. So I guess to answer your question, it would just be like case by case, I guess, you know. But like, I wish we had more of a community outreach thing to like find people that look like they're down and out. Be like, yo, dude, we need more scholarship beds places, because I've been there where like I'm not on my parents' insurance anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Music cares won't help me. Like, really the only option I have to like find some shelter and shit is to catch a case.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
And I'm like calling treatment centers, and you know, after the 5th one and I'm on waiting lists, like I just want to give up, you know?
In LA, it might even be hard to catch a case without it being something fucking
now.
really gnarly.
Right.
You know what I mean? And nobody wants that. What about insurance off the exchange?
What do you mean?
So everybody's eligible to get insurance these days, and especially addicts, they always qualify for open enrollment. Even when it's not open enrollment, there's usually some way that so scholarship beds can turn funding could go towards addicts having insurance.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because with private insurance, you can get yeah. I'm trying to get there without.
Yeah, how do we do it? Because I agree. I think there's a lot of people that want to get treatment, but then don't feel like they have the resources.
Yeah.
And like obviously we can't. If we could, we would scholarship every single bed. But then we don't have staff, and you don't have employees, you don't have therapists, you don't have the clinicians, and like what actually takes for someone to come into a facility and actually get this shit. Because you need that structure and you need that breakdown of this disease. Because obviously it's like, you know, killing individuals on a day-to-day basis. But I think that is actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
A non-profit organization that helps fund
insurance policies, basically.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. And it gives them time to, you know, they have like this window of time before they, you know, decide if they want to go to school or,
sure.
You know, you can, and then there's like other things you can hook them up with, like vocational rehab and like for career stuff.
Mm-hmm,
and like, they're like, cool, like I got a good year. You know, I got a good like few months to like just meetings to like get my head kind of straight.
And then you can step down.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to jump in all at once. Because
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. It takes time for our brain to heal. I mean, we do some fucked up shit, dude. If you've been overdosing as many times as you have, it's gonna take a year, 18 months for your brain to be fully functioning at its best level again.
Yeah.
You know, and we'd step them through, and then we would stop having so much fucking recidivism. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of solutions to the problems. It's just that
lack thereof money.
Everything comes down to money. It's either, you know,
or licensing and state fucks.
Yeah, or I mean, government. First off, they slow roll everything.
Yeah.
Private area, it's all about money. Not saying that treatment centers that work in the private sector are all about money, but the insurance companies and other entities are all about money. So then you have a lot of issues in there, you know. So this industry's it's not great, but hey, we are out here saving lives, man. And you know, if we get good people in here like you doing it for the right reason, that's what it's all about. It's all about starting with the heart first.
Like, you know what, like, what would have been like a godlike experience for me, like me, like sitting at that bus stop or whatever, like not knowing what the fuck to do, dude. I called, I'm not going to say rehab names. I almost did. I called this place. If somebody just randomly approached me and was like, hey, dude, like, you don't look too good. Are you hungry? Are you tired? Do you want to get sober? You can come with us. Like, we have, like, you know,
foot soldiers.
That would be like, that's all I wanted, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I mean by an outreach thing.
Like a street team.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have insurance and stuff? Don't trip. Like, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Let's get you inside, you know?
That's what those ladies that were going to meet in Hawaii, that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing it in Hawaii.
Because there's a lot of people dying in Hawaii. Like, a lot. I mean, I know there's a ton here, but for whatever reason.
And they have a much smaller population than we do. So the amount of people that are dying per their, 100,000 is super high.
And they probably can't afford a plane ticket out.
They can't.
They're on an island.
They can't.
Exactly.
They really can't. And then you're stuck on this island that doesn't have good treatment. And then the actual insurance companies don't pay for treatment in the state, but they do pay for the treatment here in California. So it's kind of a fucked up system. So we've been trying to help them out.
But she's doing what you're talking about.
She's doing exactly
like
what you're talking about. Boots on the ground.
Or like
team.
they have like a,
outreach.
You have 90 days of like residential and all that. And then once the insurance is out, they just kick you to the.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like,
it's so fucked.
And then what? And you don't have a job.
Yeah.
You don't have any money.
You don't even know how to pay. Half the time when you go into treatment, it's depending on your age and where you're at and what's going on. You don't even know how to pay a electricity bill.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you're at. And like, it really is infuriating because we pay so much money, or at least when I started paying for like the best insurance. But then it's like every time I need my insurance, I'm like, how am I still paying for things? Like, or you don't want to do this, or it's like fighting tooth and nail. And then when it comes to addiction and mental health treatment, forget about it. It's like you need to have somebody that is a massive advocate for yourself, or else they're gonna say no, thank you.
And then people with mental health issues too, like other issues, outside issues, like 90 days isn't even enough time to like see if it really is just like an addiction or like both, you know, like they need like a year, you know, if, you know, they might be suitable for medication or whatever too.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and then on top of that, like medication actually takes time to start working, and then it might not be the right medication for that individual. So you got, because it's trial and error with, psychiatry type medications. It's not like
one size fits all.
No,
for sure.
It is totally, especially like diagnoses like bipolar, like that one's not.
That takes time.
It's not easily treatable.
Yeah.
It is treatable, but that one takes time. And then, and our insurance companies are notorious for like, oh no, 15 days in residential treatment, 21 days in max. I think California is they're putting a bill together though that they have to give, the insurance companies are going to have to give 30 days minimum
For
of
detox?
RTC.
Oh.
Yeah. 30
Yeah,
days.
and that's like nothing. Like if you
The
really
fog's lifting.
Yeah. I'm just
You might feeling great, but
I'm finally wearing clean clothes and taking a shower and washing
every
my
day
hair.
and
Right.
brushing my
You know?
teeth.
Like and
I don't even
making a bed.
shower. I don't even shower for like 10 days.
Right, because
real.
yeah, because people are like literally staying in bed miserable.
Like my homegirls came to visit. They're like, I hugged them. They're like, yo, dude, like you gotta.
Today's the day.
Yeah, like,
Today's the day, bro.
But no, I only, and like I had trouble getting into treatment this time, and I did 10 days in detox, and I would not leave, dude. I'm like, dude, like, because they usually would keep me there for like 6 days, and that's not even long enough to kick fentanyl, you know. And of course I'd use when I'd get out, but I'm like, I'm not leaving, bro. Like, and I just sat still, and they kind of just like left me alone while they figured something out for me. And then the one treatment center I could get in right then was just a 14-day program in San Pedro. And it was one of the best treatment experiences I've had. So I only did a total of 21 days in treatment. And, but I just got right into it,
Yeah.
you know? And I knew like kind of what to do. Like I've done the steps and all
Yeah.
that. So I also, in a way, like I didn't really want to go to treatment for much longer than that
Sure.
either, you know? But thank God I at least had enough time to get through the physical withdrawal. Because any time in between that, it's just iffy, dude. Like 80% chance I'm going to go get loaded if I get released and I'm still like hot, cold or whatever, you know?
I want to jump over to your son. How's your relationship with him right now?
It's good, man. I talk to him on the phone every day. He's out in Arizona. So I haven't seen him in a few months, but I'm planning on going out there in September. He wants to move out here to LA when he's 18, so that's kind of like what I'm focused on for a long-term goal. Is getting a spot for both of us, you know. I'm just grateful he talks to me, you know, because like I've put him through a lot, dude, a lot. I did make an amends to him when he was 11, when I had that 3 years, and I brought him to a AA meeting, and he loved it. He's like, Dad, that was awesome. Like, I want to go to AA all the time. I'm like, oh, yeah. He went to an Alateen meeting and shit. And, like I don't sugarcoat stuff with him, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, how could I? Like, I OD'd in that bathroom on his birthday, you know? Like, you know, he knows, like, how bad this shit is. Like, I don't lie about it, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, I had that talk with him, you know, like, me not really being around. Like, it's not that I didn't love you. I was sick.
Yeah.
And or incarcerated,
Right.
you know, so I make an effort to at least talk to him on the phone every day.
How about the mom?
His mom?
Yep, his mom.
I haven't seen her in some years. Like, we broke up when I was in custody back in 2016, and then she got married and had 2 more kids. I mean, it's like civil. I don't hate her or anything.
Yeah.
I don't think the husband's very fond of me, but it's more his issue,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And, you know, I don't like badmouth her by any means. Like, she's a good person. She's like had, you know, she suffers from this same thing too, you know? So he's, my son's with her mom in
Okay.
Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's just pretty much been like that since he was a baby. Like I had him, and then I had caught my big case up in Humboldt County. I had 21 pounds of weed and an ounce of heroin, and I was looking at 6 years. And I like brought him to his grandma because I was like, yo, like, you know, I was expecting to go to prison, and you know, thank God DCFS didn't get involved or anything like that. And he's like, he's been with her, so he has good insurance, like good education, you know, all that. Like, but I, you know, if I can't see him all the time, I can at least be consistent with the phone calls.
Yeah.
It's important, you know, especially at his age too. Like,
Sure.
And, you know, like I didn't, you know, I was scared of my dad growing up because he was just he was strict, and it was out of love. Like he wanted the best for me, you know, but I wouldn't go to him for problems I was having at school or my
Right.
personal life.
Yeah,
Hell no.
yeah.
Like, so who did I have to look up to? I didn't have an older brother. Like I went to the streets, you know, I looked up to gang members and the skateboarders I was kicking it with. My son, I want to keep that open. And so he comes to me with everything, you know, like, promise you won't tell grandma.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, no, I won't tell grandma, dude. You know,
Hopefully.
he's just like me, dude.
Yeah.
Personality wise, he's just like the Mexican version.
That's hilarious.
Is he half Mexican?
Yeah. And he hasn't drank or smoked weed or anything.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
think he has, but I'm pretty good at sniffing that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's scared of it. Like he
Sure.
hates it. He associates drugs with like him not seeing mom and dad.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. It can do that or spin them the other way.
Right.
You know? Hopefully it stays this way.
Mm-hmm.
How's school? What's he want to do?
He started a band.
Oh my
So
gosh.
he's musically inclined too, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. And I'm like, cool. Like you like literature too. Like here's like you better have a written assignment of this book. Like I've given him all these books he has to read, like Hunter S. Thompson and like, you know, Charles Bukowski, Aldous Huxley, you know, all this shit I grew up reading. But yeah, he started a band. He's the singer, so he's been writing songs and
wow.
learning guitar. He's taking a guitar class at school. He got his first job. And I was like, cool, like you want to live with me when you're 18? Like you got to work, but you can, you know, we can be roommates. You can see what it's like to be a struggling artist, you know?
Right.
It's not really fun. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but it's cool, man. It's cool. He's a square, but like in all the good ways. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep him that way. Yeah. For sure. What do you think is different for you now? Different for this, that you have 3 months at this very moment.
It's a feeling or just a realization. I would call it a spiritual awakening. I think it's just like age. Too, it's you know, I have people that love and care about me. I have a very promising career in music and just entertainment. You know, I want to do some acting as well, which I always wanted to as a kid, but my parents like shielded me from it because they didn't want me to be the Macaulay Culkin type, even though it turned out worse than him. And I'm like, damn, Dad, like the connects you had then, like if you hooked me up, like I'd be like, you know,
Right.
Dead.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
Totally.
I always say that.
So
like-
fucking true.
Yeah,
It's
like-
so
like-
true though.
You'd have been River Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm learning to love myself. You know, I don't look in the mirror and think like I hate that dude. And I'm just, I don't know. There's just awareness. When my parents are getting old, when my mom goes like, I don't want her to go worried about me. You know, my sons at that age were like, just people. I have an important role in life that I've always had. I just didn't see till now, recently, you know.
16 super important. He needs a solid male figure that's doing the deal.
Yeah.
You know, I got a 19-year-old son. He's at Baylor University. Well, he's actually in Europe right now with his girlfriend and their parents. I couldn't be more proud, man. And you know, when he was born, I was sober. When he turned 6, I got loaded. So there's a period, and they were able to hide it from him for a while, you know, until he got old enough. and this shit makes me cry, so I'm gonna do it anyways. There was a time when my son told his mom that he didn't want to see me anymore, and it was because I was hurting him. You know, I was getting loaded, and then I'd come back, and then I'd go get loaded, and then I get sober for a little while. And he got old enough to realize that that's what was going on. And I don't want to ever make any of my kids feel like that again. I don't want to feel like that again. And that's where I stay grateful, man. And I wrote something this morning that said, you know, I don't ever want to forget where I came from. I don't want to forget my last day. Mm-hmm. I don't want to forget. It's you're not having a good day when you pick up a fucking phone to call a rehab center. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I relate with that feeling of guilt and like shame and all that, you know. So I feel that, you know, I was always like, man, like I wish I didn't have a kid so young, and like, but like just how life has turned out, he's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I have things to look forward to. And I still have like family in my life.
Right.
Because I don't know if all that was not there, maybe like 10 years from now, I don't know like how I would feel, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe to answer your question, like what would I tell someone who's like younger or whatever, like maybe it would be something like that. Like, do you still, you know, are your parents still alive? Do you know, like fucking get it now? You know, like spare yourself of like the decades of fucking pain and felonies and like
misery,
you know. Like I took all that and just made art with it, though, you know,
which is beautiful.
What I'm working on currently, I'm trying to align my life purpose, right?
Yeah.
Along, like that comes first, right? Align that with everything else. Like I don't want to, you know, like recovery rap's like pretty like popular. I don't want to. It is like shouts to my dude Benjamin Lerner. He's out in DC, dude. It's sick. But I don't want to be put like in that box, you know. But I want to make more like inspirational music, which I have too, but I just write about my life, and most of my life's just been in the darkness, you know, self-induced.
How do you
bring that darkness to light?
That's I was gonna ask like that. How do you take that darkness and turning it into light as it's happening, and then turn that into music? Because that's the most inspiring shit that happens in this world. And
well, my writing process, it really starts with the beat. Like I'll be in the studio and be like, yo, no, go back. I like that one. I fuck with that. Or they'll send me like a pack of them. And so it really starts with the beat. And like I've written like love songs. Like I got a Grammy consideration in 2021 for a love song I did. And when I wrote that, I was fucking miserable, dude. It's called Strange Thing.
Wait.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm about to follow you on Spotify.
You should put the video on.
Okay, yeah, we should.
Yeah,
okay, is it on YouTube?
Yeah, Strange Thing by Riggy Marz.
I like it. Yeah. It's like a sexy beat, but like with a little bit of hip hop in there with like I feel like I want to say jazz vibe.
Jazzy boom bap.
Yeah, sick. I love it.
Yeah.
I love music though.
I love it.
I was going to get crazy like I normally do on here, but I toned it down.
It was really good, man.
Thank you.
That was like, I mean, I'm impressed.
Thanks, man.
And the song, the lyrics, fucking dope, dude. Yeah. Dope.
Twin flame.
And I'm like one of those people that I'm like you. I like the beat first.
Yeah.
and then
Because the beat will hook, like the,
The
beat,
beat
will
will get
open
me.
your ear.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
the heartbeat.
yeah,
Right.
And,
Right.
and I'm like a hip hop guy from like I grew up, so it went for me because of the age I am. It was like I was a little bit at the end of the like big hair band heavy metal because I was that was my brother's.
You had
era.
the big hair.
I didn't. No, that was
Imagine him with a fro.
that was my brother. But like, see, like the Beastie Boys. Well, first it was Run DMC, then the Beastie Boys, and then it went straight fucking gangster rap, NWA, and that was. And at the same time, there was like Metallica and Guns N' Roses and that stuff.
Crazy era.
And I loved. Those were my genres, but rock died, and fucking hip hop kept going. And I've to this day, like, I love fucking gangster rap, hip hop. That's my shit.
I love hip hop because, well, hip hop, was birthed in 1976. It's like the same era as punk rock. They're both like anti, genre is like, because of the time then too, and hip hop, there's like a lot of sampling with the production. So hip hop's kind of like every genre wrapped in one with poetry over it.
Right.
And I have an appreciation, there's different subgenres of hip hop. There's gangster rap,
Sure.
There's underground hip hop, which is the category I would fall in. There's, trap, there's
Oh yeah.
oldies, there's but I have an appreciation for like mainstream rap as well. Like I have to be like hip to the times. But I'll always be independent. Like, I won't have like a record label telling me what to talk about because I feel it's vital to keep that open. Yeah, dude, I love music. I'm obsessed with it, dude. Like, I'll be like, okay, I need to put that away and like do more step work. Like this, prioritize this,
Bro, you should just turn your step work into fucking music.
right?
But like you have it, so it's like what you were saying is infusing the two, whichever, like, bringing the light that you're walking and like, I wouldn't even tell you to, like, yes, a lot of people are doing even like turning into like hip hop beats, and then they'll turn it into like gospel, right? That's like a huge popular online. I showed Emily one yesterday, but it's like, don't turn away from doing stuff like other people are doing because you're gonna do it your way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody does everything, so your way is your way though, and it'll have a different spin, a different vibe, and a different feel than. I can't remember who you.
Yeah, I mean,
mentioned.
trends die.
Completely.
And like you can follow a trend to like make a quick million
Sure.
or whatever, but like I want longevity.
Right.
So as long as I write about my life, that's why like I get in the conversation like who's your top 5,
Sure.
and I can't answer that because it's always changing, and it's
Yeah.
like no one's like you can't say like this rapper is better than this
Sure.
rapper if they're both rapping about their life experience, because it's like their own.
You can't
know?
say Tupac's better than Biggie or Biggie's better than
You
Tupac.
can't. I mean, you can break it down. It's like Biggie was like a real gangster, dude. Like he sold crack and shit.
Yeah,
Pac was a private school kid who was like in ballet,
true.
but they abused Tupac and like slapped a bunch of tattoos on him, and they were kind of like, yo, like, write about this.
He was also an actor,
Yeah.
so he was able to portray.
Right.
Right.
But that's what the major labels do, is they make like puppets of people. I mean, look what happened to Tupac. Look what happened to Biggie. And there's kids that look up to this lifestyle that like they're not even actually about. They're just rapping about that. And at that time in the early 90s, like these record executives were putting money into private prisons, like NWA era, and like filled those prisons up with like, you gotta really think about the message you're putting out. I rapped a lot more about the disease before, and then like, my son and like his friends listened to my shit. So like I can still talk about that stuff, but just kind of like word it differently, I guess. But like, I don't know, my music's evolving for sure. Like it's gone, you know, like now that I'm with the Orchard too, I can't, like my production can't really have samples in it because of like copyright infringement.
Oh, right.
So it's a lot of live instruments, and like I have like EDM beats I'm writing to. I have like an indie rock album I'm doing, because I can kind of sing too.
Ooh.
But yeah, man, I don't know. So I don't.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
And it's like exactly what you're saying, and I think that's important. It's like you're an artist, and what you want to do is put out something, because music is healing. Music is a form of therapy, even in treatment. People like, you never know what it's going to touch someone's soul or like open up that wire in your brain for you to actually like feel something, or it ignites something within yourself to get well or to be in a better state of mind, and you wanting to really hone in on what that message is, I think is important. I think more artists actually should consider that instead of just trying to drop a beat for a quick buck, even though we all like money, we all need money to live. But it's different because it's influential. Like people take music and try to live like whoever is rapping about this, that, or the other, when it's like they live in a gated community with servants. Yeah. You know what I mean? Talking about selling dope on the corner when it's like, quit lying.
Yeah, it's a trip. Like the goal back then was like, I always dreamed of like, you know, driving nice cars and having nice houses and like being like a big hip hop artist.
Sure. Which is nothing wrong with that, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like my purpose in it, I've realized now is bigger than that. I just have to keep it real.
For sure.
And like, you don't have to like reach Billboard or like be a pop star rapper like that to be successful. Like if you're making music that one person can relate to, like that's success, you know?
And where you feel good about what you're putting out and you're touching people's lives. And because we do live in a social media era, like I know a lot of people that actually make a fucking great living and nobody would know their name.
Yeah.
But others do, meaning like they have a almost like a cult following.
Yeah.
And they love what they do. And that's the whole point, is like the money will come.
Yeah.
It always does. At some point in time when you're like when your heart is in the right spot. And obviously God gave you a gift. And now you're finally tapping in to use it. And now it's time for other people to feel it.
And like you were saying, bro, I feel like it didn't really happen then for me. We were talking like the acting thing.
Oh, right.
Because if I had got like $100,000, like,
bro, you'd be dead.
Like, shoot it
like,
up.
He's dead ass, right?
For sure.
Oh, I said dead ass.
Know?
She did say dead ass.
No, you'd be dead.
She said dead ass.
So that's exactly what God's not going to give you something that you cannot handle. And Lord knows, you, sweetie pie, could not handle that at that age, you know? Like, there's no way. No way. But now.
Oh, I was trying to look up this name because, like, there's a guy who everybody knows his name, right? But I have no idea what the motherfucker looks like.
Who?
His name's Jerry Buckheimer.
Yeah. I know exactly who that is.
Is that a movie producer?
Yep.
I know.
Law and Orders, all the Law and Orders,
all the Miami,
all the, everything,
Bad Boys,
all the cool shit,
all the TV shows,
TV
90210.
I have no idea what the dude looks like. But
I do.
What about that other chick that fucking she like writes music
Sia.
for everybody? Sia.
Oh, she's a ghostwriter.
No one knew what she looked like.
Nobody knew what she looked like until
for years, until that
I'm unstoppable. Yeah. And it says I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I want to be clear with everybody on this podcast. In case they've never
there was
heard
like we had a conversation. It's the same exact song, but he said Porsche no brakes. But I only heard the lyrics like from the verse. Unstoppable. That's where like my brain checked out. But it's actually dope what follows, and it's like I'm a Porsche with no brakes.
And there's a lot of underground rappers too that, like you said, have like a cult following.
Totally.
That you wouldn't know who they are, but they're like they pay their bills.
And they pop and they sell out like
that guy Harry Mack on Instagram.
Harry Mack's dope, the producer.
Who's Harry Mack?
Fool can just like he'll go out on the streets and they'll tell him, hey, give me 5 words. He'll go get a group and then he'll start fucking busting out raps and he'll use these words. He's got a fucking cult following.
See?
But some of these fools, like, they ghostwrite for like your favorite artist.
Yeah. I mean, Sia was, when I found out before she had her album, is when I started to listen, because I can't remember. I heard somebody on a podcast. Maybe it was her. I don't know. And she would cover her face like no one knew who she would look like. But all of your mainstream artists, like a Rihanna, a Beyonce, all the ones that are like,
Oh yeah, she's written.
she's like writing their like #1 bangers, and everybody else thinks it's like the artist. It's like, nah, Sia's fucking loaded. She's collecting that cheddar.
When you reach that point of like fame, even if you've always written your own lyrics, there's ghostwriters involved.
Totally.
It's like 4 people writing this.
Right.
song.
Yeah, I look
Right.
at. I mean, you look at Eminem songs. It's always he's one of them. Marshall Mathers and 4 other people wrote that song. Sometimes it's freaking Jay-Z, because he's actually a really good ghostwriter. He writes a lot of music for hip hop
I
artists.
think he writes like most of Beyonce's stuff.
Oh shit, that's
Right.
wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's really good. Talent. I mean,
But
some
also,
people are just
too,
talented.
It's difficult to write. So it's like, of course, more people, more heads together is better than one.
For sure.
You know, where you have like a little freeze of, I need a word or something, and then someone's like, oh, bro,
Right.
boom. Banger.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
What? Is that
My
true?
guy.
Is that true now?
My guy. Yes, that's like my annoying cliche thing that I say all the time in here. Everybody likes to make fun of me, but
He's
you
been
did
saying
not.
it
It's
for
fact.
2 years straight. It is fact.
It's fact for sure. I fully believe it.
That's in sobriety too.
Yes.
You know, it's a we
Yes.
program.
We. Yep.
Me by myself ain't no good.
Hell no.
Me by
All bad.
myself by myself is fucking dangerous, man.
Yeah.
I gotta at least have God with me, and then after that,
Right.
another fucking sane person helps.
For sure.
That has God with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about recovery too. There's no hierarchy in it.
No.
We take turns, like we pass the torch around to
Yeah.
each other. Like,
Yes.
Help each other.
On my way here, I was calling my sponsor. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to think of like what to say. Like,
Oh
I don't
my
know what
God.
to say. And he's like, he has 14 years, and he's like, bro, he's like, with the state of everything going on, he's like, you're more relatable to some of these people than I would be, because you're like, you just like came
Yep.
from that type shit
For
too,
sure.
you
For
know?
sure. Because our whole goal and mission is not like about having this big gigantic following. We want this episode to fucking help one person get sober.
Yeah.
That somebody can say, shit, dude, I fucking know exactly what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the music industry. Like, and I know what Music Cares is.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Shouts
'cause-
to Music Cares, man. Shouts to Shireen. She retired last year. She's a great woman.
Yeah.
Or just redemption, that anything is possible, meaning coming back from a relapse. That shit's hard. And then somebody listening to it and be like, okay, well, he's doing it.
And
I
it's
can't
like,
do
I'm like, damn, dude, I really liked my original sobriety date, September 26th, 2018. My mom's birthday is September 28th. We were taking cakes together.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But like, you know, my date is April 22nd, 2025. But I still think of September 26th as a date where like I just had a lot of like realizations, and like that's when I really knew like this is really damaging.
Right.
You know, like I knew it before, but like didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up a lot from 2018 to now,
Sure.
you know, and I'm looking, and I'm still young. I'm 38, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So
Yeah, I
it's
got
never too late.
Never. Never.
42 when I got sober this last time. I got 8 years now.
You're 50?
1.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
Don't tell him. Just like let him just be. Don't give him any.
You got to start growing the long fucking
Hair.
Wayne's World hair, bro. Fire. I bet your views on Hopeaholics would soar. You know?
Do it. Jack our views up.
I don't even know what to say about all of that right there. I'm just gonna go with it.
And take the compliment.
Yeah.
How long do you have sober?
I celebrated 12 years in March.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's 31.
I'm 41.
No, you're not.
Almost 2 months.
40.
Okay, I'm 40.
What? So September is your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Libra?
Virgo.
Virgo. My dad's a Virgo.
We're some crazy motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm a double Aquarius Virgo.
Wait, what does
When's
that mean?
your birthday?
February 16th.
Wait, what is it? Why do you say double what?
Okay. You have moon sign, sun sign.
Oh, that's right. Emily, you know all these things. Wait, okay, so what are you?
I'm a Aquarius, Virgo. So my my moon is a Virgo.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a Cancer. I know I'm a Virgo, Cancer. My moon is a Cancer, and my sun is a Leo.
Your sun is a Virgo.
Oh, and then my
Rising, I think, is Leo.
oh, see.
You have a very Leo personality.
What does that mean?
You're like bubbly. You're when's your birthday, bro?
January 8th.
Capricorn?
I'm a Capricorn.
That's a good sign.
My ex-husband's Capricorn too. So, the irony.
We don't seem the same though. Different years though, so and that makes a difference, right?
What time? It's all like what time you were born.
Right,
too.
that does play a role.
Like I'm a full on winter baby, and I was born at like 4 a.m.
What's
I was
your
born at
birthday again?
3/14.
February 16th, 87.
87. February.
Oh wait, my brother is February 20th.
So he's a Pisces,
Oh, so he falls off, huh? Because it goes into the
Yeah, they fall off like at the.
the cusp.
Yep. You kind of can be like, you can have
I
a
feel
little
like
bit
I'm a
of
double.
You're at the cusp.
I'm September 19th.
Yeah, that's actually like the.
But then that would
cusp.
make me spin into Libra.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
That makes sense?
But he said I'm like a Leo.
That's because of your sun or your moon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know all this shit, man.
it's some of
just-
it is real though.
It is.
I believe like
Well,
I know a lot of it
I
sounds
read
cray.
stuff about on mine, and I'm like, oh, I'm totally that.
I know
Like, I'm
this
like-
shit's real to
like-
an extent, not like fucking crazy where like, but some is.
You don't want to get all crazy with it, like.
Well, sometimes
Like
girls
Emily,
get
see, Emily's
kinda
like
cuckoo.
cracking up over there because I think like Emily like fucking before she dates somebody or after she dates somebody and she's got all this information, she's all up on the
Well,
on the internet.
Dude.
I think isn't it real though? Like certain signs should like date, like your compatibility is actually kind of true.
Yes, and that's frustrating because I'll meet women.
He's
that are
like
like
I've
there's
tried
only
the other-
one sign for that's good for me. No, I'm
like
just
we'll
kidding.
vibe too, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's your sign?" I'm like an Aquarius. Or like, "Oh, I can never like talk to you again." Like it's like, damn,
You're like, bro,
it's
we
not
were just
black and white like that, dude. Like,
It's- I don't
God,
think-
You're like I'm the outlier.
Is it Emily?
But I hate Aquariuses.
Oh my god,
I'm sorry.
man, it's all right. What are you?
Can you guess?
A Scorpio?
Oh my god, you guys!
I knew it. I knew it. We can never be together.
Oh my god, really? Is that really a thing?
I've heard. So I like my least compatible for a romantic relationship is a Taurus and a Scorpio, and my baby's mom is a Taurus, and then my ex after her is a Scorpio.
What's wrong with you?
Because
Why do you go after these women that are not supposed to be with you? Wait, damn. So that's real. That's
Yeah.
hilarious that you were literally like, yeah, bye, and you said the same. You
I'm
knew
supposed
exactly.
to be with like a Gemini or a Libra.
Oh, a Gemini. I thought they were crazy as fuck.
They're naturally bipolar.
Yeah, naturally
Oh,
bipolar.
What month is Gemini?
July, I think.
Is it July?
Wow.
Right now?
See. Anyways, we got.
All right,
well,
all right, man.
anyway.
Bro, thanks
Yes,
for coming
thank
on
you
the
so
podcast.
much.
This was fucking fun.
Yes,
Thank you guys so much.
I can't wait. You're gonna have to come back.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're gonna have to come and perform at our Recover Out Loud.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
That would be
would you
amazing.
do that?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We put on
Once a month.
once a month. I mean, we need to pick a date.
I know we haven't picked our.
I think we're gonna skip September though, cause it's
Okay.
hot as fuck.
Oh yeah.
We can do like early August and then
Oh.
Oh.
Or skip August and do September.
end of September
Yeah.
when it's cooling down,
Mhm.
because we don't have AC in our. We have this big warehouse in the back. It's got
Oh,
a gym, basketball court,
But it gets hot in there.
and we built a stage.
Sick. I
Without-
got a homie of mine too that I'm very close with, frequent collaborator.
Mhm.
He we're like neighbors pretty much in Covina. He's also a MC, and
Oh my God,
he's
amazing.
been sober, and he'd be really great to
Oh my God,
have
you
on
guys
here,
could
I think.
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
Yeah. No. Have him. I'll get your number after.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
I got him on Soft White Underbelly after.
Oh, you did?
Yeah?
Now literally like all my friends have been on it.
That's awesome.
Emily's boy was on there. Fausto. He was on a soft white underbelly.
You're on Crystalia.
Me too. That's hilarious. I thought that he was talking about Crystalia
Nah.
too.
I love Crystalia.
You do?
It's hilarious.
Huh. Weird.
She loves him too.
She loves him too.
Like loves him. Where I'm like, I mean, he's all right.
You know,
well,
Yeah.
we
you know
think
what's hilarious?
Is it? Never mind.
Ralph. He's
I
like
was
a
gonna say
young-
bad shit about him.
It's like a young Mexican guy. Ralph.
Oh, Ralph is fucking funny.
Ralph.
The chubby guy.
No,
Oh,
not
no.
Ralphie May.
Oh,
Ralph.
Who's Ralph, Emily?
I don't know.
God damn it, dude. Ralph.
you know what else I want to do? I want one of our things to be a comedy night because after
Oh
doing
yeah.
after I did the Narcotics Anonymous comedy
Oh, yeah.
show,
It was good.
It was so good. I have
Ralph
such-
Ralph Barbosa.
Ralph Barbosa.
Check him out.
Really good.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is, Emily? She's a comedy like fiend.
I don't. I
Oh.
don't know who that is.
Wow.
You do stand up on here? Is
No.
that what you're saying?
I don't.
No, fuck
I'm
no.
not funny at all.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I'm funny.
No, bro.
But like nobody
not
else
a
laughs.
comedian funny.
Not, yeah,
Not
right.
like get up there with a mic and be able to entertain somebody and be like having them rolling.
Yeah,
It would
no.
just naturally be rolling and laughing at you.
Right.
Um,
That's some
but-
fucked up shit.
Because I'd be right there too. No, we want to do a comedy night because NA did a comedy night here, so he's.
I want to step it up a level though. Like I want to get comedians, higher level comedian. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. They were
Messed up,
two of
dude.
them. Because what if
Fucking
somebody from
cold-blooded,
Narcotics
yeah.
Anonymous?
I mean, there's a lot of them in the program too, bro. Like,
Yes.
You know that
For sure.
come out.
I want to get
Theo
that.
Vaughn.
I want
Theo Vaughn.
I want to get that long haired dude that fucking he still sounds like he's stoned all the time.
Oh, I know.
He's fucking crushing it right now.
Who?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Why do I
about?
feel like
He's
I'm
got
getting
long
over
hair.
He's always talking
White
about doing
dude.
heroin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's hilarious. No, I was at the Shouts to Dopey podcast
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
at their event a few weeks
Yep.
ago, and like Annie Lederman was there. She's hella funny. Bobby Lee was supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
be there. They're all in
Yeah,
recovery.
yep.
I don't want to.
I only want them to come. They can't not show up though. If I put them on the list,
Right.
they have to be
Well,
there.
of course. That's like usually how it goes.
Right.
Or it
Like I wouldn't.
should.
For me, it wouldn't be. It would be a paid gig for them, right? Because that's
Of
what we're
course.
doing. We're
Yeah.
bringing them in.
Yeah.
But they got to be accountable. Like
They
if
gotta be
if they got,
accountable.
it would be the same thing as if they got asked to speak. at a meeting.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you know, at some speaker meetings, they get paid to come in. They like fly. Guest
Oh yeah, they
speakers
fly
in.
people. AA
Yeah.
conventions
Yes.
fly you in. You get
So
the
it's
hotel
like
room.
it's the same thing. So basically,
All that.
That'd be really wild. I feel like that would be.
Circuit speakers.
Yeah. Right. Which is kind of crazy.
I could be a circuit speaker.
You could, dude.
Yeah.
I could be a circuit speaker.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, that's what happened with Bill W. Bill W. was like broke the first few years, and then they started flying him everywhere. You know.
I feel like I'd feel so much pressure though if you were like a circuit speaker.
For alcohol, I would have to be. For me, it'd have to be Narcotics Anonymous because
No,
I
it
can't.
doesn't.
I can't
You
speak
could go to a
Alcoholics Anonymous language though.
Okay, that's different. But
I
you
don't
could go
like
to,
that.
Me
dude.
neither.
I don't like how they do that.
I know they do it though.
And not all meetings are like that though. Like I was in a CA meeting last night, and the guys talked about obviously like cocaine and drugs.
But they
he
use the
also
big
talked-
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he also talked about alcohol. Those are my types. I like that because it's like they all
Cocaine
one of the
Anonymous is much more
open.
open. Alcoholics,
So is NA
but if
though.
you Narcotics Anonymous, not at a motherfucking convention. There
Oh,
are
they
rules
don't-
to the
Yeah, the
conventions.
convention.
Wait,
Sure.
you can't
Big
talk
time, you
about
cannot.
alcohol?
You could talk about alcohol because in Narcotics Anonymous, alcohol is a drug, but you cannot say the word sober. You must say clean time or recovery.
Sorry, that's dumb.
Same with like Pacific Group meetings. They're
They're very
strict.
AA, and you have to stick with the right. Pacific
Yes,
Group
and
is
I get
AA.
it, but like even in the big book, dude, Bill W. did sedative too. So
Yeah.
FOH.
What,
Well,
right?
what about that
Yeah.
doctor that fucking was shooting himself up with an upper
Yeah,
then
like Dexedrine.
Yeah, he was doing an upper, and then when he would get home, he would run into his room, do a downer, and book it to his bed. I know the story from the
No, I
alcoholic.
know.
You know which
But
one I'm
that's-
talking about?
Yeah, I do. But that's why I'm saying, like, I think it's so odd that, like, why can't, like, I just don't know. I get what makes sense to me is if you're getting up there and you're romanticizing about using, or you're just going on and on about your drunkalogs.
Drug.
I understand that part. Like, of course, you want to, like, solution based, but, like, if you use clean or if you use sober, if it's like, who cares?
And like I said earlier, I wasn't even a drinker. Like,
Right.
so what? I can't speak at an AA meeting. I only do AA.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And like CA, you're right. They do their steps literally out of the AA book.
Yeah, I've been
But-
to AA meetings where they wanted me to, because I'm a IV meth user. I like to do,
Hell yeah.
you know, that's
With the GHB.
I never did GHB.
Oh
but
man.
yeah, that and some.
GHB that used to go around,
Valley.
like, I did bottle service, so that
Oh.
was like people would roll in and would.
That's a date rape drug.
Yeah, I know, but you can still, if you know how to, like,
Right.
If you know how to dose it right, you get
Yes.
fucked
I
up.
get
date
fucked
raped
up.
myself all the
Right.
time. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I wasn't raped though. I was having a good time.
It's big in the gay culture. The G.
Oh, I
for sure.
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
meant-
So I always
Yeah.
had a gay babysitter, you know? It made sure I was cool.
Oh my god. Well, on that note,
Again,
yeah,
thanks for
no,
coming in.
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so
But
much
yes,
for having me.
I look forward to having you back and, like, definitely performing at our Recover Out Loud and stuff.
Get it.